Jim Jeffries and Jimmy Carr, who do quite borderline jokes, have no age limit. I have got ages 13 and up.
Does that make you feel like you've brought something to the table?
No, because I'm not that offensive. It's not like I go. I think it's just because some people will see it. Like mothers might see a teenage child and go, "Oh, I'll take my daughter to come and see the show. It'll be a lovely family outing," and you go, "No, it won't, not at all." But yeah.
Maybe the youthful complexion might lead people into believing that it might be a family show.
Yeah, and it's not.
Definitely not.
It depends. I've had a few parents come in with their teenage kids, and they've really enjoyed it because it's one of the shows where the kids can sort of sit down and turn to their parents and go, yeah, exactly. It's nice being in an audience where you're getting ripped for once, because I'd rather insult the parents than teens. I did have two 13-year-old boys in the front row of my show, who had no parents with them, just two 13-year-olds, which is very sort of weird. Being young is very handy for like material and whatnot, because it gives me a whole different perspective. I think I've set it up quite well. I mean, it was about a month ago I sort of looked at the calendar and went, oh, the Fringe starts next month, I should probably write a show about now. And it's probably the hardest bit of homework I've ever done in my life, because you sort of think, well, you know, it can't be that hard, but then, because I knew I had enough material, but then I just sort of realised it was a matter of getting it in the right order, because you can't just, my jokes aren't like Frankie Ball or Jimmy Carr where you can just sort of off the cuff, just keep going, roll them out. Mine's need to sort of link together, otherwise they don't make any sense. So it's like a massive annoying jigsaw puzzle, but it fits together well now and it's going good. So I took a gap year last year. I turned down uni for a year. I said I'm going to see how stand-up pans out, because the last year Edinburgh Festival went really well, because I got into the final of So You Think You're Funny, and then things sort of picked up from there. So we thought we'd just see what happens. My mum said to me, look, is this what you really want to do for a living? And I went, yeah, definitely. And she went, okay, then treat it like a real job. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, obviously. Every morning we're woken up about 9 o'clock and I've sat down in front of a computer and made to write for 4 hours straight. So it's not only backing, it's more forcing me. So it's sort of, I quite fancy going in this direction, and she's making sure I stick to it. Because I do tend to do things quite half-heartedly. It's something, it runs in the family really. You get halfway through and you're going, I'm bored now.
I understand you've been writing some stuff for Frankie Boyle on Mock the Week. How did you?
Yeah, I used to do that. That was great fun. I mean, God bless Frankie for that opportunity. That taught me how to write material to a deadline, and so I sort of went on from that to do that for my own show. I'd make sure I wrote new material every week. Not all of them were winners, obviously. Some lines you do on stage and just the audience go, no, and you just do the thing where you just pretend it wasn't a joke and move on. But no, it did teach me a lot. So,
any advice to people that are wanting to get into it?
Just keep writing. I mean, one of the most useful things I was ever taught was just have a notepad on you constantly. I mean, even if it's not hysterical, even if it's not funny, just write it down. The point is, later on you'll be writing a joke, and this little line that you've written years ago will come and fit in. I mean, one of my first ever jokes that I wrote, I haven't used in years. But it's come back into the Fringe show just as a one-liner because it just works so well, and I just sort of remembered it. So just write everything down, do as many open spots as you can, and just sort of, yeah. If you're going to do it full on. Don't do the sort of, well, I'll do one gig this month and I'll see it. If you're going to go for it, go for it. It's the only way to sort of do it.